Hello everybody, we are back. We had food and Esther's like, let's do it with the food. So it's a mukbang.
We got our questions.
Jack in the Box. Food.
Sponsored.
Ponder episode number 2.
Alright, so let's find our first question and then let's get this food.
And yes, the microphone is much closer to Esther. We keep noticing that it needs to have her louder.
I don't know about that.
Really?
Alright. Just.
Okay.
I wouldn't have known anything about blank if it wasn't for you. Here, put that on your side where we
I wouldn't. Okay. I wouldn't have known anything about blank.
We got
I guess since you're getting food.
chicken.
Oh, popcorn chicken. Yeah. I guess if she's getting food and I'm going first, responding to the question, I would think I didn't watch many movies. at all. My family wasn't big into movies and neither was I. And to be honest, I'm not upset about that in any way. It was actually really cool. I really liked this. My parents kept their our TV, the TV at the house, not in a cabinet, but it was a TV. It was made to hold a TV. I mean, that's what it was. I don't know what you call it. And it had 2 opening, sliding back doors. So you'd open the doors and then you'd slide them in. And I liked that the TV seems to be like the focal point in a lot of people's homes, houses, whatever. And, usually people's home is in a house. The people that have caves, TVs aren't focal point in the caves, you know what I'm saying?
Younger people are not in a house.
Here. Oh gosh, a house. I mean, come on. Okay. Well, so yeah, you're right. But I think so. I liked that. Is this thing touching the table? The microphone? No. So I think I liked that. I liked that was not the focal point. I think that in a lot of families and houses that a lot of people just sit and watching the TV is just not the best use of time. That's just me. So I liked that. We actually don't have a TV here at our house. I mean, we have a projector that we watch movies on. We have a computer and whatnot, but it's not always able to be just turned on. Mm-hmm. And the projector takes time to turn on. It's not like easy. It's not easily accessible. It takes a little while. We don't do it every night. Like people would, be watching movies. I don't know. So anyway, Esther didn't teach me about movie. What does it say? Wouldn't known anything. There's just a lot of movies that I hadn't seen. So I guess, I have. So I think a lot of the movies that she had seen, she's like, hey, let's watch these, and I enjoyed them. Yeah, they were good. I don't think of it like, oh, that movie, yes. But but what I like even more is movies we haven't neither of us have seen and we watch. I mean that's probably more fun. Which is
what we watch most of the time. I think the few that both of us had that we wanted each other to see, we've seen now. So.
And there wasn't a ton because you had seen a bunch of movies, but they didn't really stand out to you. Mm-hmm. You were just kind of like, meh. And that was the other thing, she had watched a ton of movies, a lot of entertainment and stuff, and she was like, meh, and they didn't stand out to her. It wasn't something she remembered like, oh yeah, I'm so happy I saw that. So I don't know. I don't feel like I missed out on that. I just like that my family had it set up in that manner. I thought it was cool. I thought it was different. I don't know. That's my response.
Okay, read me the question again.
Okay, can I have some of this? I'm not gonna eat much of this, by the way.
Yeah. So. What was it? I wouldn't know anything about blank.
I wouldn't have known anything about blank if it wasn't for you. So now it's you two.
The first thing, let me chew and then talk. Okay. The first thing that comes to mind is like politics or like stuff that's going on in the world.
Oh, so news. Because yes. I'm not.
Because I don't keep up with any of
politics,
that.
But there's a lot of it going on right now.
Keep up enough that we need to. And fill me in on what I need to know. So that's probably mine. Let's see what else. I wouldn't have known anything about blank.
I mean, you can be specific. You can be.
Things I feel like.
I filled in on quite a few things.
Where were you going with that?
Nothing. You're just nothing. Exactly what you said.
Politics came to mind first. Next thing that pops into mind is like interacting with people. Taught me how to do that because I was really great at that. No, I was not.
What, just like social skills? I mean, that's what it's usually.
Because I was very shy and awkward, so yeah.
But then, I mean, then the next question would be: is that something that, you know, like what I had said about the movies, like, yeah, you know, whatever. But is that something that you're glad that you changed?
Yeah, of course. Okay. Who likes being shy and awkward?
I don't know. I mean, it's, you know,
I mean,
you know, it's just interesting to hear, you know, did you like the change?
Shy maybe is fine, but awkward, nobody wants to be awkward.
Okay, but, well, and then I guess to clarify, the next thing is shy or outgoing. Would you rather be one or the other? Now that you feel like you've been both.
I'm kind of in the middle. I'm not super outgoing.
No.
If there's like a bunch of people that I don't know, then I'm like, ooh.
Okay.
But I'm not like as awkward as I used to be with a bunch of people that I don't know. I'm pretty fine, but I'm just not super comfortable or happy to be like somewhere where I don't know anyone. Mm-hmm. So
that's true for a lot of people.
What was your question?
No, we're just
is one better? Is that what
No, yeah. I just said, is there one you'd rather be now that you feel like you've been both? Because you're also saying you've been both. I mean, you said you were shy.
Yeah.
And now you're not.
I hated that.
Oh, okay.
Was bad.
Okay. So I'm
happy where I'm at, and I wouldn't mind being more outgoing.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, it's
so
like,
you've enjoyed the progression, and you'd like.
Yes. Sometimes it's like draining for me though.
Because sometimes people change. But
sometimes it gets me hyped, so it's kind of weird because I'm not. You know, like some people are like, oh, we recharge with people, and some people don't. But I feel like sometimes it's both. For me.
Yeah. Like you want to be alone sometimes. Like you're talking about the introvert, extrovert. Like sometimes you want to be by yourself.
After we're at a group and we're like doing stuff, and I'm like, woo, hyped. Yeah.
Oh.
And sometimes
the other way as well.
Like, ugh, I need to go home.
Well, I think it was a funny thing. Speaking of that, not now, but years ago, you know, as Esther's saying, now that she has said that, not me, about being shy or not outgoing, or to the point of it making you not like it. Because, you know, some people are shy and not outgoing, and that's fine. We're not, you know, I'm not even saying that's a bad thing. But you were saying you didn't like it for yourself. You didn't enjoy it. There was this funny question that we had read that said, you know, you can kind of gauge how you think of yourself, or if you think good of yourself, if you're you know, happy with where you're at, is how you would meet yourself. Mm-hmm. So if you met yourself, if I went up and met George Curtis Van Loo somewhere else, how would that go?
You would never stop talking. You'd both be talking over each other. You'd slowly get louder because you're so hyped.
Yelling and screaming. And then what did we say about you?
Back in the day about me, we said I would never meet myself because we just wouldn't go after each other.
You wouldn't even meet. They'd be in the same room because, again, this question was, you're obviously meeting each other, but they're in the same room. They're eyeing each other. They're seeing each other, but they would never meet each other. Anyway. So yeah, it was years ago.
Oh my gosh, there's more popcorn chicken in here.
Yeah, it was 2 and 5.
I thought this was 2. The other containers we got were so small.
We got something different. Anyway, so anyway, I find that interesting. So I taught you about what have you learned? What's something you didn't know anything about? So you feel like through
politics and stuff.
Politics. I really don't know why you're saying that.
Not that you know
a lot. Not that into that. Really, I don't.
I'm saying politics as in like news world.
Okay, so why don't you just say news then?
I don't know, because that was the first word that came to mind. Was politics.
Really? Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, news definitely. I mean, I do like news things, and I'm just, you know, I like to try to stay informed to some degree of, you know, just whatever's going on. But politics. So yeah, I guess that's what we would say about that question.
The next one.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known anything about blank if it wasn't for you. So we'll have to fill that one in later. All right, the next question here, and these are usually done day by day. Some of these we've already answered. Some of them, they're blank. And we just kind of go through them, interesting ones, and read them here off. Novelty or consistency?
Consistency. Kind of like new. I mean,
I've had only 3 so far.
That's fine. I mean, sometimes I like new stuff, but if it's like abrupt, like, oh, we can't go to this place anymore, let's go here, and then I'm like, oh, I was planning for that other place. Don't like that.
It's not exactly the words, but you're saying like if a plan changed.
Well, I thought novelty was like new, different.
Sure, but you're saying what specifically upset you was, or what specifically has upset you is a plan than that plan being changed. Because that's a different, I think that's a different question. But I see what you're saying.
I don't mind some new stuff.
Sure. Everybody, you gotta have a new.
But generally, I would say consistent is what I like.
You would rather have that. So like, let's say you go somewhere to eat. Do you order the same thing or something new?
I also used to be heck of picky about tons of food.
So Esther has changed a lot. If we haven't,
Now I like most food except anything seafood. No.
My favorite thing is sushi.
Seafood, onions, mushrooms. That's basically.
But we go to get sushi, and she takes me to sushi, and she gets the
either beef or chicken teriyaki.
Come on now.
Love that.
We get what we want.
So sometimes I ask to go to get that.
Yeah, she'll ask to go, and then I'm like, yes, because I love sushi.
What was I saying?
You were talking about novelty consistency.
You were asking if I get the same thing.
Yeah.
There's this one place that I will never get anything different from because it's so good.
Sure.
But usually I get different stuff because I don't.
Usually you get different stuff? What?
I heard something. I mean,
do you
maybe
think you
not.
Get different things?
No, I guess I get mostly the same.
You get mostly. I was gonna say you get mostly.
I get different things within what I like a different burger.
Right, which is true. I mean, I go and get similar things, but I will try new more so than yourself usually.
Yeah,
which is just
because I'm like, what if I pay for this and don't like it? Yes. Why don't I just get something that I know I'm gonna like because I'm hungry?
Yes,
I'm gonna get ketchup.
You get ketchup, okay. Novelty consistency. I mean, I feel like for me, I mean, I'm both as well, I would say, but I definitely, people that know me would say, oh, novelty, George wants something new, different all the time. And that's true, but I also get on habits, but I get on habits quickly, so are they even habits? It was what I mean by that is like, if I change something, but then I do that thing consistently for a few days, then I can usually keep that thing going. Okay. So I build habits quickly. I mean, I don't know. Yes. That's what we've kind of said.
I think that's
right. I mean, do you think that's true? I mean, you know me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that, and so for me, I think it's a mixture of both. I like new things, but then I try to make that new thing that I might be trying consistent. And I haven't been as good at that lately.
Depending on what it is. Because
sure, of course. Yeah.
The last thing that I'm thinking of is the video game with your brother. He doesn't like video games at all.
I really don't.
But he played one with his brother, and then he played it for
2 days
in a row.
Yeah.
Exactly, but not too
very
many.
Short.
So because it was something that
I wasn't really into.
Super into.
And I did well, and not only that I'm not into, I just think that video games is not a great use of your time. That's just me. I don't What? What?
Just think about where we're putting this video and what a lot of people there are doing.
No, I'm not telling them what to think. I think something that's very important is, and I know you're not, you're just saying, but I think it's important to, I think one of the bigger problems, difficulties, things that make things difficult is when people of different mindsets won't talk to each other and have conversations. You can play a ton of video games, but I'll also tell you straight to your face. I wouldn't say it behind your back and be like, that guy that does all this stuff, I hate it. I would talk to you about how I personally don't like doing it and why I think it could be positive to do less of it. That's all, So I think...
But then you also do it with your brothers because they like it.
Sure, absolutely, because then that's what they're doing. So I try to interact with people in a way that, excites them. What I try to do when having a conversation with somebody, I try and get on their wavelength, what they're trying to do. But I won't be somebody else, I'm not going to change. Excuse me. I'm not going to change my viewpoint on something, because then some people say, oh, well, if you're always trying to, get into the conversation or whatever, are you changing who you are or not being true to yourself? No, absolutely not. You're being able to interact with somebody on their favorite thing or their, whatever. So I definitely like to do that. But novelty, consistency, we both said kind of both. I mean, that question, if you want to really make the words really specific, we would probably be the opposite of those two things, which is you would be consistency. You want things to be the same. And I like novelty because I do really like new things. But once I do that new thing, I try to make it consistent.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
what's the next one?
What's the next one? What's your favorite midnight snack? So midnight, that time doesn't really matter. Like, you're already in bed. You're starting to wind down and you come to the fridge. Like the time isn't what matters. But what is it? What would it be? I don't have a specific one, number one.
Yeah,
I don't have. People ask me my favorite.
Nothing jumps to mind immediately. So then we just have to pick something that we like.
I mean, if I
could... To snack on specifically, I guess. Not a meal, just a snack.
It says snack. Favorite midnight snack.
Used to be cereal when I was younger.
Who didn't like cereal? She's never had cereal over here. I'll buy cereal and she won't eat it.
We have cereal boxes that I bought that we haven't used.
Don't use them.
Cheerios. I like specific cereal. Oh, okay. Cheerios.
I just didn't know that.
Like the not sweet.
Oh, but you're saying you used to.
Cheerios are sweet. The honey ones.
Like you don't like
very lightly. I don't like any like chocolate or like
weird. The Cocoa Puffs or like that. Those are good. Come on.
But I never eat cereal anymore because we just don't have it here because I know we won't eat all of it.
But that used to be your thing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I should get some Cheerios. Now I want Cheerios.
Doritos?
Cheerios.
Oh, Cheerios. Oh, I heard Doritos. I was like, whoa.
Doritos, milk. Let's see. What's a go-to snack? I just like snack food in general. Oreos.
Yeah.
I love Oreos.
That's good. I think if I was to... Something that a lot of people would have in the fridge. Because, you know, like you said, like a snack. And if I was to pick... Because I don't have anything specific. I mean, what we usually come running downstairs... Because that's what we have. Our fridge is downstairs. What we would often... is a drink. We often come back down for a drink. Now, that's just a thing, though. That's not like a midnight snack. Like, you're thirsty, you get a drink. Well, there's memes of waking up 3 a.m. and you're like chugging whatever you have on your nightstand. I think like salami. I love salami. Love salami. You know, just a couple, just salami or some cheese, you know? Come on. That's good. Just like a chunk of cheese or like salami.
We'll eat salami, but like with crackers and cheese.
No, just salami by itself.
Every once in a while.
Just salami by itself, yo. Just out the bag, you know what I'm saying? I even had the big like log ones that are like we had it here, the dry salami. You cut it. Like, that's not the one I'm talking about. The ones that just in
that a lot.
Oh, really? I'm just talking about the one in the bag, you know, it's in the fridge.
I think I'd like that better, actually, now that I think about it.
The dry one? Or the... Oh, really? Oh.
Because I used to love that.
I mean, you know, a snack is going to be something you have around the house. We don't have anything specific around our house. We don't do that. We honestly don't.
Snack stuff. You know why? Because we buy snacks and then I'll eat it.
But we also don't buy that many snacks.
True.
We're not like, get a bunch of snacks. Like, we don't...
Well, we don't shop very often because it's just us two.
So that's true.
When we do shop, I spend like a lot and get a bunch of stuff.
That's true. Yeah, we don't... we don't buy specific snacks. If we buy snacks, it's for that night. Like you said, we eat it right away. But we're not buying a bunch of snacks.
I get is probably Oreos, which I don't have very often.
But when she has them, they are gone in a day. Yeah. No, that's true.
Oh, my triple chocolate cake.
Oh, yes. Okay, so we go to Food Max. That's just where we like to shop. It's also close, and it just makes sense. It's just like a cheap, large food market. I mean, that's what it is. It's not like Safeway. It would be like, what else is it like? It's not Safeway, and it's not like Grocery Outlet. If you know of those two places, it's Food Max is like. It's like a Costco that you don't have membership to. It's like a huge warehouse place, but you don't buy stuff in huge bulk at Food Max. And that was the other thing. Because we were already having food go bad buying from normal stores. So Food Max is not a large box wholesaler. It's like an individual wholesaler. You're getting stuff at cheap prices, but it's not... Because, you know, Costco's called like a big box wholesale. Mm-hmm. This is like a individual size wholesale, whatever you call it. I don't know if that's a thing. But anyway, we go there and there is a triple... chocolate cake that they make there in their like bakery, you know, and it's good. It's really good. But we have got that probably, like you're saying, that's probably what we've got the most.
It's hecka good.
She always says it's very moist. And a lot of you out there might not enjoy that word too much. The internet has a thing with that word, but moist. It's very moist. That is definitely something we get a lot. Mm-hmm. That is definitely something we get a lot.
Oh, you have pistachios all the time.
Oh, okay. That is true. Now, that's not a midnight snack. I've never had that late. So, but a snack, now that we're just talking about snacks in general, pistachios, the chili ones. They're like, you know, like they add a flavor to it. The chili pistachios, dang. Those are good. Those are good.
I don't really like pistachios. Me? Only thing I don't like is this. I don't like salami. I don't like pistachios.
When she gets a burger, nothing's on it, guys.
I do eat salami and pistachios, though. But the other stuff that I listed, I will never eat.
But you don't. But you don't like it either, though.
But I just don't like them that much. Huh?
You don't like it, though. You don't like the pistachios. You don't like some. You don't like it.
I just like to eat.
You do just like to eat. Well, I think we got time for one more. Let's see.
Oh, I'm gonna sneeze.
You're gonna sneeze? She looks at lights. Oh, I don't. Is that a thing? Tell us in the comments if that is a thing. She says you look at the light or something, and it makes her sneeze. And also, she sneezes out of her mouth. Okay, so this is an ongoing thing that we've had.
Say that though, because nothing comes out of my mouth.
Okay, now I'm not saying she's spitting. I'm not saying it's gross. I don't think it's bad at all what she's doing. But
there's just a very loud sound.
We sneeze very differently. When I sneeze, it's silent, and then after I've sneezed,
you sneeze, you're like, you're dying.
Yes. So when I sneeze, I know a lot of people do this. So tell us in the comments how you sneeze. When I sneeze, it's silent. It's and then it's letting the pressure or whatever out after.
That might be like a girl-guy thing because like...
It may be. But she specifically says...
gross to me.
But then I ask her, why are you sneezing? Is it something in your throat or is it in your nose? And you sneeze because of a tickle or something in your nose. And then when she sneezes, it's literally like a cartoon, a chew. It comes out of her mouth. So tell us how you sneeze. I don't get it. I do not understand. All right, the next question... What's the most productive thing you did today?
Well, it's a Sunday. Not when you'll see this, but...
Yeah, that's true. Today, yes.
It's quarantine.
Yeah, that's true.
We slept in too late.
That's true. I asked not to sleep in super late, by the way.
But then you did, and you didn't try and get me up.
This is true.
Obviously, I'm going to sleep. Then we watched our church video in bed,
our online
which
church.
You were playing for.
Yep, I played keyboard
earlier in the week.
Yes.
And then we did a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, we did YouTube stuff.
We
did editing.
House.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we call it parents' house. Not my parents. We call it parents' house. It's my parents.
It's our parents. Yes. Dave's my parents too.
Yeah, they are, but I'm
looking at the thing.
No, please look at that.
I was good about that the other times.
Oh, were you? Well,
anyway,
be good about it today.
Lost my train of thought. That happens often. Went to parents' house.
Yes.
Did a whole lot of nothing there.
That's true.
Played some cards.
Yeah.
Messed with the boys.
Yeah.
Came back here. Probably the most productive thing was filming this video.
Probably. I mean, maybe. We did some editing on videos and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we did some of that, but not. I guess that was the most productive. We're also going to paint when we're done with this video. So we did a lot of art. The channel, as you can see, was redone, remade. There's old videos on there of my art. That's how we met through art. We'll talk more about that later. But we do a lot of paintings and stuff too, and sell them. We have paintings all over. We just shipped one to Australia a few days back. The days and the weeks are all melding together. But that's something we do a lot of, and we're gonna have a lot of that on the channel as well, of us doing it together. The old stuff on the channel is just me. It's from years and years ago. But yeah, I would say the most productive so far, because we're going to paint after this. Uh-huh. So the most productive, I would say, is either editing those videos or stuff. But what about the most productive thing you've done this week? Let's change it to that.
How am I supposed to remember this week?
Well, today's Sunday, so technically...
Every day I wake up, I'm like, what day is it?
Well, I guess yesterday would have been...
First thought is, please let it not be 1 p.m. Look at the phone, it's usually like 12 something.
And so she's like, yeah!
I'll win! Second thought, try and remember what day is it without looking. Get it wrong most of the time.
Really? Wow, that's...
I'm usually like one day.
I'm still working, so I keep my schedule and whatnot.
I'm not.
I guess the most productive this week, I'm still working, so I'm productive when I work.
Forgot you asked that question. I was like, what was I talking about?
I was just saying this week, because today, we didn't do that much today. This week you've done, as you regularly would do, cleaning and keeping the house up. And
I've been getting things organized, which I think everything's organized. So now I'm like,
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, it's been cool. We got some Wi-Fi connected lights.
I still feel that sneeze somewhere.
Somewhere? What, in your throat? Because it's supposed to be in your nose. No. We got Wi-Fi lights.
Sneezes are weird though, because it doesn't feel like it's blocked. And it's not, but it's just like a tingle. So why do we sneeze? So just like that meme or whatever, when you try to say something a bunch of times and they keep not responding, to try again. We got those Wi-Fi lights. Okay. That's the third time. We got these Wi-Fi lights. Obviously, I like them. The lights aren't Wi-Fi. So we got Wi-Fi outlets. So the outlet goes into a normal outlet. It sticks out about, not ridiculous, about an inch or something. And then it's connected to your phone. It's super cool.
So like, you know, like a lot of the smart home setup stuff, it's, you know, it's can be somewhat expensive or whatnot, but these just Wi-Fi outlets. So just for lights, obviously you couldn't have like a fixture be connected to it. Just don't, you keep running into the microphone.
I don't. That was the first time.
Well, I know, but just don't. So the,
definitely didn't need 2 of these.
Well, I wasn't eating, so I'll eat some of it.
All right, good.
But it's somewhat expensive to get that all put up and set up and whatnot. But with lamps or lights that you have that are into outlets, you can turn them on, which I really like when it's dark or whatever. I don't really like the dark that much. You don't really either. I just don't like it. So if I'm coming downstairs late at night, being able to turn the light on from the phone is really cool. Mm-hmm. That's not new. A lot of people have that, but I just thought it was cool because it was $14. $14 to set up 2 lights downstairs and upstairs that way. So we have enough. See, that's all I was wanting is a light downstairs, a light upstairs that just fills enough of the room that you're not walking around in the dark trying to find the light switch. So yeah, that was probably, I don't know if that would be titled productive, but it's definitely something I enjoyed. Well, you're acting like you don't even like them.
No, I do. I just, that was an
she likes them.
Yes. But
she does not like coming home.
You did lots of productive things because you're working and working on.
Well, yeah, but it's something that stood out. I'm working every day. The work hasn't really changed that much. So something that was different was the lights. I like the lights. Whoa. Squeaky chairs. Mine isn't really squeaky.
I think it's just...
All right. So that was our Q&A a day.
Are we ever going to say that normally?
Together? What do you mean?
You said that exactly how you did it.
Yeah.
Q&A a day.